Hey, what's up, everybody? Jeremy Donson here with e7musicschool.com. Today we're going to be doing Times Like These by the Foo Fighters per request. I had a subscriber request this song, so I'm going to do it for him. So if you like this video, please do be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. And excuse me, as with all the videos that I come out with now, all of these videos that I release will have a full song breakdown available through the website e7musicschool.com. So be sure to check that out if you like, and you can always have a free live drum lesson with me to try it out and see if you'd want to become a weekly student. All right, here we go. Let's get started from the beginning. All right, and that gets us into the first verse. Okay, so like I was saying, at the beginning, you're just going to do 8 counts of rest, and then another 5 counts of rest, and on 6 you start the intro. So after you do the first 8, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So 6, 7 is just bass, and then 8 is bass and flam, and then you crash with the bass drum. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and you go into the music like so. So the beat here that we're going to play, let's just listen really quick and then I'll show you. Okay. All right, so the beat that we're going to play here goes like this. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, 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 snare, right? Now at the end, you're going to go bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, digga, bass, bass, right? Bass, 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 snare, bass, digga, bass, bass. You're going to have 2 snares there. So again, bass, 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 snare, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass, like so. All right, now putting it with music to show you. Okay, all right, so we're going to do that, and once you do it a couple of times, you're going to open your hi-hat to make it a heavy hi-hat, and you're going to start that after the first snare drum. So when you do the second time of doing this, right, you're going to do 1 snare, and then after that snare, you're going to start your heavy hi-hat. So and then you just simply crash. So it's bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 flam, crash, and you crash with the bass drum. All right, now after we do that, let's see what is next. All right, so on this, we're going to go bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, dig a dum. Bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 crash, crash. Now, there's 2 options here of what you can do. You can do a rocking hi-hat, which it is going to be heavy hi-hat. So rocking hi-hat, just doing accent, non-accent. So you can do that, or you can just do quarter notes. Either way is totally fine. I'm going to teach you Well, I'll probably show you. I'll just show you both, but you can do either one, right? So the beat itself is going to go bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, and then you fill, right? So we're going to go, let's say we're doing the eighth notes, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass. Now this, I would say, is harder to do, my opinion, because you're having to control the accent, what hits with it, what doesn't hit with it, and the non-accent. Now, quarter notes have their own challenge because you have more bass independence going on where the bass is hitting by itself. So you're going to have difficulty either way. Not saying you're going to have difficulty with it necessarily, but it's just a more difficult beat comparably to mini beats. All right. Okay, so doing the rocking hi-hat, the accents here, you're going to go bass, bass, snare. So the first accent is the crash. And then the next accent is going to be on the snare. So bass, bass, snare, or 1 and 2. So basically every downbeat is an accent and every and or upbeat is not. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like so. So we got bass, bass, snare, bass, bass. So we have the accent on the snare. We have the accent on the second bass drum. Bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, like so. Right? Okay. Now, something I run into all the time with students is whenever you crash and go into the and, which is not an accent, it's very common to go like that. You know, crash, accent, accent, because you're traveling, so it's very easy to hit it harder. So really try to control that with your hand coming in, that you do not do accent there. So it's crash and then accent, right? Now, crash, bass, snare, bass, bass, and snare. So the next accent's going to be on the snare. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and right? Bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, and bass, snare, bass, bass. Now, after you do that, you're going to do this fill. So you're going to do high, floor, bass. Dig it, that. 1 and 2 and 3. Right? All right. Now, that fill, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, and then high floor, bass. Now, I would do left hand here and then right hand here. And it just matches, right? Your left hand is up here, your high tom's up here, your right hand's here, your floor tom's here. So it just makes sense to do left hand first. Now you can do this if you want to, or even, I wouldn't recommend this because you're gonna, pretty good chances you're gonna hit your sticks or yourself or something like that. And I've hit myself plenty of times. It's not fun. So I would say either do high floor bass or mid floor bass. And if you want to do right hand lead, it's just way easier for you. You can just do mid instead of high. Now, the other way to do that is with quarter notes. So instead of doing this, you're just going to simply hit where on the downbeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, where the accents were. Now, the second half, as you saw, you don't do that fill anymore. You do bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass. Oh, sorry, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, crash, crash. Right? That's it. That's the difference. You're going to crash with the snare, and then you're going to crash with the bass drum. Let's listen to that with music and play along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, full disclosure, one small difference on the end there. You're going to do 3 basses before that crash. Let's listen. Watch Watch, listen. One more time. So you see there's 3 basses there, right? So bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, there's a bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, 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 crash, crash. Bass, 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 crash, crash, right? All right. Now let's just one more time really quick go over the quarter note here. So you want to make sure your bass is independent, meaning that your hi-hat's not going to be going with the bass because it's tempted to. So you want to go bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, and the second bass is by itself. Bass, bass, snare, like so. Now the next one, the first bass is by itself. Now notice how I'm kind of over-exaggerating a little bit going up here. If you go away from the hi-hat when you're kicking a bass by itself, you're going to be less tempted to hit it compared to going and like keeping your stick there compared to having a nice fluid stroke here, up and down, going up and down here. So we got bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass by itself again, snare, bass, and bass, right? And then the final bass is with hi-hat also. Bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, and bass, snare, bass, bass. And then you either do the fill, dig it up, or you do bass crash, crash, depending on which measure you are on. All right, guys, so I hope that was very fun and helpful for you. Be sure to feel free to leave any comments or questions below. I love hearing from you guys. I'd love to hear if you had trouble with this, if you got it down really easily, you enjoyed the video. I love to hear all those things. And thanks again so much for all of your support and watching the videos. And I've gotten tons of emails and responses and comments about help that people need, so I really appreciate the feedback. It helps me help you more. Also, one more thing, I just recently did my first live where I did live requests that you guys have. So if there's a song, it can be anything. It can be something I have done on YouTube. It can be something I've done on YouTube, but a part that I didn't cover in the YouTube video. It can be a song I don't have on YouTube. It can be anything you want. Rudiments, technique, music theory, whatever. But be sure to keep an eye out. Have your notifications on, because I am going to do another announcement video saying, hey, I'm doing the live. If you guys have anything you would like me to cover, let me know, and I'm going to get to as many of those requests as I possibly can. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to have fun, stay awesome, and rock on. I'll see you next time.